Hello there, my name is Kim and I would like to start a ASMR video. Now, I am a huge fan of ASMR artists such as Whispers Red, Gentles, Whisper. I like Heather Feather. I like to go to YouTube and just type ASMR and see who's uploading new videos all of the time, so I thought that I would give it a go. Now, I suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder, and that's affected me for, I would say, coming up 2 years. So, obviously, a big part of feeling stressed and having depression, it's quite hard to relax. So, by watching all of these ASMR videos, it's really helped me to function, I guess. You know, I have a good sleeping pattern after many years, and I look forward to watching the videos. They really relax me, they help me to switch off. Now, today I would like to attempt to help you to relax, and not necessarily through ASMR directly. I can't say that I'm a good actress and I can just go for it and give you different scenarios at the moment, different role play, but I can suggest some things that help me get through my depression and help me be happy and feel more content. So the first thing is my baby. This, you can see. This is Ralph. And Ralph is a Syrian hamster. We've had him for 2 years. Me and my boyfriend decided to adopt him from our friend Zoe. Now her little boy wanted to have Ralph, and they adopted him from a different charity, but he was quite fast when they first got him. So we spent a lot of time, got bitten a lot of times to tame this little boy, and he's so tame now. He's outside in this photo. We took him out on the grass in the garden, and you call Ralph, 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 and he comes up to you and he has lots of cuddles, and he just makes me feel really happy. And people, I suppose, feel better when they have someone to take care of, and when you feel loved back, even though it's a hamster. He has been brilliant for me. It's always nice to have a cuddle at the end of a hard day. He comes to work with me sometimes, and I'll put him into my tunic at work. I work in a residential home. So everybody loves to see him. He cheers everyone up, not just me. You can see here, he has his little hands, you see? He's so gorgeous. Really, really loving. People don't get that because he's only a hamster, that I think all animals are just as loving if you give them enough attention. yeah, he's really helped me. So that's Sprout. Another thing that's helped me is finding an interest, and I absolutely love history. I'm obsessed with World War II at the moment, and I actually retook my exams. I went through quite a hard time. I haven't had the best upbringing. I didn't go to school or do the normal things. I'm not saying that I couldn't have gone to school. I just rebelled against the idea. I had a lot going on. So I'm redoing my exams to try to get into university to hopefully become a nurse. And whilst I was retaking my English, which I got a B in, I started to love reading, and I find reading the best form of entertainment now. I absolutely love getting into a good book. So I decided to start reading This Cheery Little Number. Now, it's quite an intense book to begin reading, but I think what happened to the poor people at this time isn't nice, but it's also incredible. You cannot believe what these people have been through, and I can't put this book down. I've been reading this now for a couple of days, and already I'm quite far into this book. Now, I'm not saying you should go out and read lots of books about the Nazis, but whatever takes your attention away from how you're feeling, or you want to get fixated into something so you can switch off, is good. And this book, for me, it's very interesting, as I love to find out about World War II. I'm fascinated by it. I also love Victorian times, and I think I'll be drawn to that once I'm finished this phase. I think that it's good to have an interest, no matter how strange people think that might be. It doesn't matter, because it's your interest. And for me, that's really helped. I love animals. And we went to the zoo a couple of months ago, and I purchased this. It's a 3D bookmark, and it's only cheap, £1.99. And he moves. I like this because it makes me happy when I look at it, and I keep this as my bookmark or in my diary. You can see. And I like him because he looks so human. And when I watch these at the zoo, I find it strange that you see an animal scratching their heads and looking annoyed and thumping each other when they want something. I find that really strange. They even have bigger boobs than me. But I'm quite glad that I haven't got the same nose. I hope not. You see, the eyes are so interesting. You can almost see through to how they are feeling when you look. And something I just feel happy at when I look at. Something simple. I think as well that because it's bright, with post-traumatic stress, lots of things can trigger horrible memories for me, and I can't have certain colours around as I get depressed. For instance, if I walk into a room that's very dark, then I can associate that with something else that's happened, and it can bring my whole mood down instantly, which is really not good. So I try to keep my room nice and bright and have nice things around, and yeah, I like where I live. I have a balcony and that looks over the trees, and it's very green, lots of plants everywhere, and we're south facing, so we always have loads of sunlight, which is really nice. Nothing worse than doom and gloom. To brighten things up also, have candles. I love candles. And this one is a glade scent, a warm spice. So a bit early really, because it's a Christmas candle, but I absolutely love nice, comforting smell. Another thing with post-traumatic stress is smells mean a lot to me, and I link this smell to being little, I suppose, and yeah, maybe it does link to Christmas, and it's only October, but that's a happy time for me, and I don't care if it's Christmas. If it makes me happy, then I will have it in my home already. If they're selling them now, I'll buy them and use them. So, talking about Christmas and how much that makes me happy, I keep this by my bedside table just because it takes me back to when I was a child on Christmas Eve, and my favourite moments were when this showed before I went to bed, and I'd be too excited to even watch it properly, but I think it's beautiful. And you're probably familiar with this anyway. It's just illustrated so nicely. Such a lovely story. It's strange that I would have this out now, but it really does make me happy every time I look at it. And I don't necessarily read this religiously every night. I haven't read this in months, but just looking at it, again, nice memories. And anything that brings happiness to me, I will have in my home. And try to focus my energies on having as much content moments as possible. I don't want to have bland furnishings and nothing sentimental to me out. I like to have my snowman book. I even have the snowman teddy from Build-A-Bear Workshop. I took my nephew in there so that I didn't look so sad. They probably thought that it was for him. And the last thing that's really helped me, organisation. To plan things and to see what I'm going to do. I think that it's very good to be able to see what you're going to do, because they say you can't change the past, but you can change your future. So if you plan nice things and you have nice things to look forward to and you're doing nice things for yourself, then that's good. And I don't see any reason why that would make you sad. I mean, obviously, it's not good to overwhelm yourself with so much stuff that you think, oh, I can't do all this. But maybe plan to go to the cinema once a week. And in the UK they have a Orange Wednesday evening, and you just text a code to Orange, they text you back, and you have 2-for-1 cinema tickets. So even if you did that once a week with a friend, I'm sure that would bring you some happiness. Films can help you, again, like reading, can help you to switch your mind off and to escape. Even if it's for 2 hours, that's nice, relaxing, fun. You can take something away from that. Even if the film's rubbish, at least you can laugh at how rubbish you found that, but majority of the time, some pretty good films to choose from out in the cinema. So I keep touching my hair because I've just come back from town. I was shopping with my boyfriend's mum. Now, I have all of my, I'm in 2015 here, but I have all of my work days laid out here. And I have my rest day, RD. So I would plan something here, or book annual leave. Sometimes it's good just to take some time off to lounge around or go downtown to the library, grab a coffee. It's nice to be able to chill out and not feel worried, or I say feel worried. Sometimes if I only have one day off in a week, I look forward to that day so much. Then that day comes and I go downtown and I think, oh no, I've wasted my day off. I should have done more. And then other days I will do more and then think, oh, I'm going back to work tomorrow, I'll be tired. And if you have a few days, then you can balance that out. It's quite hard, really, when you don't know how tired you're going to be or what work is going to entail. You just don't know. I love my job anyway. I'm very lucky. I work with some really lovely people and I don't dread going to work. I actually look forward to going if I've had time off. And that's another thing. There is a book by, I can't think of who it's by, that if you were to Google how to heal your life, then that book is excellent for just changing your outlook and being more positive. If anything, that's helped me more than when I used to have therapy. I think it rewires your brain to deal with situations, and it basically goes along the lines of people aren't bad, people are just how they are, and we choose to judge people with how we would be and from our experiences. And sometimes in life it's so hard to even think of forgiving certain people, but then when you try and you open a new window, you think, be open-minded and try, suddenly you see things in a different light and you realise, I'm going to sneeze, you realise that not everyone's bad. They may do bad things, but maybe that's because they were brought up differently to you and their morals are different. You analyse things quite a lot subconsciously based on how you were brought up, and I've had a crap time. I've been through absolute hell and I'm still able to be happy now. That happened, that I've moped around and I've done my therapy and things, and it's taken a long time, but just small things sometimes create a bigger and brighter future. I think there will be days when I'm still going to be upset, but I try to do little things daily that make me happy to prevent that, and I won't cover things up. I will deal with them, but in a different way, and you'll understand when you read, if you read How to Heal Your Life, just what I'm babbling on about. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope that this helps you or you find this remotely interesting. Thank you.